Hello, Year Sixes. I thought I would type loads and loads of information for you this week, but do you know what? My fingers are really aching and I've done so much typing, so I thought I will just make a video. It is a lot easier and a lot quicker. So I'm going to pretend you're all sitting in front of me and that we're having this chat instead. Now then, you have probably heard lots of rumours just recently about year sixes going back to school. I have heard those rumours as well, obviously. Now, at this moment, right now, which is Wednesday morning, we know nothing. We know absolutely nothing. The government apparently is making some decisions on Sunday. Why Sunday? I don't know, but on Monday, I will definitely, I think, know a little bit more than I do at the moment. However, I have been thinking about year sixes, as I do a lot of, at this time of year, because we are coming up to half term. Now, just to put you in the real world of school, because you have been in the non-real world of lockdown, usually this time of year you would be looking ahead to next week doing your SATs exams. You've hit the jackpot this year, haven't you? Because you don't have to do that. But actually, that's where we would be. So that's really what you've been working towards all this time in year six. Now, because they're not happening, that means that our teachers all across the country will be speaking to your secondary schools that you are going to, and we will be saying, well, you know, they were on track for doing this, that and the other and everything, but that hasn't happened yet. That will happen in the future. Okay, now usually we don't start any kind of things about secondary schools until after half term. So I just want to reassure you that you are not missing out on anything, okay? You are in the same boat as everybody else in year six right across the country. Nobody's missed out on any transition days or any information. And the very first thing that will start happening is that the secondary schools that you are all going to will start contacting me, and as soon as they start contacting me, I will start contacting you. Okay, and so that's really what I wanted to reassure you about at the moment, because I'm sure lots of you are thinking about this and it's only natural and normal. Okay, so you're not alone. Don't worry about that, and I will be in touch with you if it happens soon. I doubt whether it'll happen before half term time, but if they do start getting in contact with me, then I will be in contact with you. But please don't worry about it. That's the main thing. Don't worry, year sixes. You're going to be fine. All right? So let's tackle this other thing now with lots of people, the newspapers and everybody seems to be saying, oh, year sixes are going to be first back in school. Now, I know all of you very, very well. And I know that one of the first things you're going to be going, that's not fair. Why do we have to be the first ones back to school? Well, probably, if it is true, which it may not be at the moment, so remember that. If it is true, I think probably one of the reasons that you would be back in school first would be so that you can get your mind back into school set, so that you are ready for your secondary transfer and transition, as we call it. Okay? So that you are not in lockdown mode when you first start in your secondary school. So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? The other thing that we have to think about, which is different to normal, which is about your social distancing during this period of pandemic. The older children, we would assume, are able to social distance a lot more than the younger ones. So we would be taking more of a risk to have the younger children back to school straight away than we would for you. So if you are back to school first, that is one thing that might be different, that we would have to spread you out, maybe across 2 or 3 classrooms, including the children that are already here for children of key workers, and that you will be spaced out accordingly. So you'll have your own desk space, your own space in the classroom. The teacher will be in there with you, possibly a TA, and also we might need to, depending on the numbers of children that we have, we might need to stagger, what they call stagger, play times and lunch time, so that not everybody is going out at the same time. Okay, and that of course means that you've got more space. Imagine that, you will have the big field and the playground with loads more space. So that is a plus, really, isn't it? Okay, now the other thing is that because you're year 6s and we are working towards a transition, if you are back after half term, then our activities, what we'd be doing, might be slightly different to what you might be expecting to do since before you came back. So we will be concentrating a lot on your transition activities, things that are useful for you when you go into your secondary school, so some of your study skills. We will keep you ticking over, of course, with your maths and English, because we don't want you to drop down. You've still got that 6-week holiday to go as well. So we want you to be at your best when you are leaving our school this year. Even through all the disruption and everything, we are looking out for you, okay? And during that time as well, depending on the rules that the government set, your secondary schools will be making contact with you. You will get to know some of the teachers' faces that you will see starting next year, and there will be some sort of transition day, I am sure, or days, depending on the school you go to. When they will be, we don't know yet, okay? But remember, you are all in the same boat. No year 6s are going to be having transition days without you, okay? So you are not missing out on anything. So over the next couple of weeks, we will know a little bit more. I don't want you to worry about it. That's my main thing. That's number one. Please don't worry about it. We've got you. We've got you back. And we will be making as many preparations as we possibly can to make sure you are happy and safe when you come back to school. Okay? Please, I've already had children that are emailing me and Miss Hurley. Please feel free to do that. Pick up the phone, talk to me. Absolutely fine. So if you've got any questions at all about what's coming up, not this week because I don't know any answers yet, but about what's coming up once we know a little bit more, please just ask. It's absolutely fine. All right. So I'm going to put this video on an email, attach the link to an email to your parents, and I hope you will, it might make you feel a little bit better. You don't need to worry as much about everything that you might have done. And I will hopefully, fingers crossed, see you soon. And bye-bye for now.